What up, world? You done found the Super Facts Show on the Super Facts Network. Follow us on Instagram at the Super Facts Show. On Facebook, subscribe to the Super Facts Network. If you want to watch the episodes, it's available on YouTube and Facebook. And then if you want to hear it, it's wherever you get your podcast, Stitcher, Deezer, Google Play, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, etc., etc. So make sure you go ahead and do that. Rate, review, like, subscribe, follow all that good stuff people will be asking you for. We won't be asking you for no money. And also make sure you subscribe to St. Laz, New York City's greatest storyteller and occasional co-host of the show. All right, y'all go ahead and enjoy the episode after you do all that. What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, Super Facts Show, Super Fast Network. Today we got with us lifetime Purple City affiliate, retired rapper, owns one of the best barbershops in upstate New York, The Cut. Make sure you go check it out. Doe Boy Choch. What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's up, man? How are you? Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. It's good to see you still grinding, still at it, you know?
Oh, I mean, shit, I'm just trying to make it every day, and no promise. It's an honor. I recall listening to your project several times. I always thought Purple City was underrated. So let's just start from the beginning. Obviously, you must have been rapping before Purple City. What was your career like before you got affiliated with Purple City?
To be honest, man, it was always like a big dream of mine. I always wanted to rap, did like the talent shows and stuff like that in my high school. But until I met Shiest Bubz, that inspired me to really take it to the next level and start rapping, you know, getting beats and everything. So it was just a blessing to meet him and be able to live out my dreams, you know.
How'd you meet him?
I was actually on Chippewa Ave, which is a big strip in Buffalo, and he had a show with Uncasa down in the hood somewhere, and I had seen the flyers, and I was mad hyped. I didn't go to the show because I was out that type of loop at the time, but I actually was walking down Chippewa, bumped into him, was like, "Yo, Shiest Bubz, what up? You gotta come with me. This is my city." Came with me, popped bottles, had a good time and everything, and just stayed in touch from there.
Okay, so then you said he encouraged you to be, or meeting him encouraged you to make take it more serious. So did you like ask for his help? Did you do something and bring it to him and ask him what it was? I mean, like if it was good.
Never really in the beginning. It was never really about music with me and Shiest Bubz. It was more just a friendship and me kind of sitting back and observing, seeing what he's doing. You know, kind of getting influenced by him. And shortly after, Uncasa was in town, so I linked up with him. We recorded the song at the Buff City, which is BSF studio with DJ Shay, and Benny was all there and everything. So we recorded the song. A couple weeks later, he was back in town, so we shot the video. Then the next time I seen Bubz, I had like, you know, video and all that. So it was just like the beginning of my journey in music.
So then he saw you were taking it serious and he, you know, like welcomed you into the fold.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, it wasn't really about rap. It was more dealing with fashion, a little bit of weed, you know. But after a while of me showing and proving that, you know, I was worthy to be taken under the wing, that's when, you know, he allowed me to start using the Purple City logo on the corner of my CDs, which is big back then, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, yeah,
I mean,
so
I remember you on the oh, my bad, go ahead.
Once I got that co-signed, it was cool, man. Just doors started opening, and all of a sudden people wanted to check for my music more, you know?
Word. I mean, he definitely must have faith in you at one point, because I remember the first time I ever heard you was on the Summer Grind mixtape, and you had a song with Hell Rel.
Yeah, definitely.
And that was like when Hell Rel was hotter than fish grease, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, man, that was a big opportunity for me to get on a platform such as the official Purple City mixtape at the time. They were in the streets hard. Everybody was checking for them, so it was a blessing for sure.
Man, I still got like 5 copies of that.
Yeah.
I ordered it from.
I got one somewhere.
Yeah, I ordered it from Mix Unit, and for whatever reason, they must have read the order wrong, and they gave me 10 instead of 1.
Okay, lucked
yeah,
up.
Yeah, I still got like fresh joints. If anyone wants one, hit me up. But
nice.
So then how long does it take from Summer Grind to when you release? I mean, I didn't know that you'd released other albums. I'm just aware of the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, I had other mixtapes. Sex Pistols was the biggest. That one I pressed up, I think 5,000 copies. And but I was working with Mike Pratt from Worldwide Legacy. He's out of Buffalo, so I was able to, get my songs on his mixtapes, collaborate. So I got a bunch of different mixtapes. There's actually one on that Piff called Big Piffin. It's under Mike Pratt or Worldwide Legacy, but it's pretty much a Purple City mixtape. But it's officially under Worldwide Legacy. I had about 6, 7 mixtapes, but most of them weren't as I didn't invest as much in them as Summer Grind or Sex Pistols. I might have printed up 1,000 of them and gave them away. But
See, the reason I was upset I still ain't have my copy of the CD is because I wanted to show the cover. You had like this wild ass mohawk on the cover, and I always wondered, was that real or was that?
Still going.
Oh, so that was your real hair?
Yeah.
Okay, see,
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I've been in the barbershop since the 90s, so I've always been, setting the trend for white boys hairstyles, stuff like that.
All right, well, can we stop for a minute and stop the music thing and can I ask your professional opinion?
Yes, sir.
All right. So like I used to have like really long hair, like down to my waist. Like I had braids before Allen Iverson. I remember people used to make fun of me about that shit. And then I went to jail and shit. So now my hairline's mad receding. My hairline went back to here and shit, right?
Yeah.
So I be trying to get mohawks that like start where my hairline recedes, and it works out till it gets like a little bit higher than yours. And then it never stay up. It start doing like all this crazy shit. No matter what.
Gotta use this right here. Blow dry it first, so it's perfectly dry, and then use this. This is a hair glue, and this will hold it better than any kind of gel or hairspray or anything.
Got you. Is that your brand?
Nah, it's Spiker. It got popularized by Pauly D once he popped. It kind of brought it to the forefront, but I've been using this since probably '99.
Man, you should make you a purple version.
I know. One of these days.
And shit, you in New York, y'all got all the way legal weed, right? Or is that just New York City?
No, it's the whole state. I'm in Buffalo, and everything. You don't need a medical card. Our consumption laws are the best in the country, better than California, Colorado. You can walk down the street, ask a policeman for directions while you're smoking a blunt. He got to treat you the same as,
if you weren't
any other civilian.
Damn, bro. See, you should get with Shiest and do like a little package where you get like some. I don't know what strain he's pushing now. I know it's always something crazy, but
Yeah, we're in the middle of collaborating right now. He's doing a Smokers Club thing. He got his Perp Invaders strain, and they're having all these festivals around, like markets. So I'm probably gonna rent out a booth and do like puffing cuts where I'll be cutting hair and have the Perp Invaders there. So should be fun coming up soon.
Hell yeah, that'd be dope as shit. Shit, I'd definitely go with something like that.
Yeah.
Before we get back to talking about your album, since you're from upstate New York and you're obviously a Dipset fan, if not a member, you know Taj Mahal? I mean, I know you know of him, but do you know him personally?
Yep. Yeah.
So what was it? I've known Taj for a while, but obviously I wasn't in upstate New York when they were popping. Even I know he was doing stuff musically before.
Yeah, Taj is a legend. Like it was Senate mixtapes, Taliban, Purple City that really intrigued me as a fan before I even started thinking about music. So
see, I was in DC, bro. We never, we had go-go tapes, right? So we might get a straight Purple City, but we would never get a Senate. Like I never got those until I could find them online.
Right. It was because it was strictly him and Mike Pratt out of the back of the trunk, So maybe if they did hit up DC, it might have been 100 copies in the whole city, and they probably went quick.
Right, and you gotta be there at the time. Yeah.
It was more of like a New York, Connecticut, Ohio. I don't really know if the trunk runs were going down to DC. I mean, possibly, but not that I know. It was big upstate New York, Syracuse, Rochester, Toronto. We was piggybacking off of, going up there.
Shit, I know A Mafia and them was fucking, and Max B and them was fucking with like Connecticut, Providence, and Rhode Island heavy.
Heavy, for sure.
So
Free A Mafia, free Max B, you know?
hell yeah, most definitely. That, I mean, it's a shame for everybody, but man, that last A Mafia, the covers behind me, that last A Mafia, the good, the bad, and the ugly was fucking vicious.
Yeah, I got to check for it. I think I was gone when it came out, so
Oh no,
I'm still up in Harlem to Hollywood and all that.
no, it's worth listening to. He got a song with Project Pack that does a hook. I mean, I fuck with Southern rap. That shit's insane. But you know
Yeah, I
that
gotta
ties
check for that. Gotta
that
hear
ties
that.
that ties into what I was gonna ask you. Speaking of the Sex Pistols, you know, you had a Gucci Mane and a Rick Ross feature on there, and
Yeah.
I doubt there was a lot of upstate Buffalo or upstate New York rappers, you know, getting Gucci Mane features in 2009.
No, there really wasn't. You know, I mean, in Buffalo, pretty much I was, you know, my name rang bells. Benny the Butcher, he used to go by a name of Two Chain Benny Main back then. So he was doing his thing. But as far as the features and stuff, I was, you know, I'd say the pioneer of bringing artists to the town, collaborating, doing features or have not, you know. The Rick Ross was actually a remix. That's not an official feature. It was
Okay.
the song "I'm So High" by Grind Mode. They had a little buzz out of Florida, and Rick Ross hopped on it, and that shit was so fire. I had to hop on it. But yeah, the Gucci Man is official. You know, chopped him out, whatever, in between his little jail stints and whatnot.
How about the
Worked out.
Justin Timberlake joint?
My man, he's in the loop with Scooter Braun, who's Timberlake and Bieber's manager and whatnot. And I actually had an opportunity to either do a Lil Wayne or Justin Timberlake feature for around the same price. And being that it was straight pop music, I went with Justin Timberlake, something for the masses. You know?
Do you regret that decision, or are you happy
If I
with
can
your
go
choice?
back, I'd probably go back with Lil Wayne, but
Is
Justin
that
Timberlake
for the
was
fan
so
in you though?
fire at that time.
Now I
What's
feel
that?
you. I said I feel you, but is that just for the fan in you? Because like now you could be, you know, as you are today, you could be like, I made a song with Lil Wayne back in the day, and the hip hop
Yeah, I
fan
would
that probably
like,
has more resonance than I made a song with Justin Timberlake.
sure. At the time, it was kind of a no-brainer because Timberlake was just on fire. You know?
Oh yeah, I mean I fuck with Justin Timberlake. Like I ain't got front. I heard NSYNC. Like I feel a lot of times those boy bands get bad raps. Like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC can fucking sing. You know, I mean maybe not all in NSYNC, but I definitely know it's Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake's made some good music. You know.
For sure.
I mean,
For sure.
I don't like how people think this just because something's pop, it's bad. Like pop means popular. So usually
Right.
things are popular because they're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
like cauliflower ain't popular because to most people it tastes like ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know, I'd much rather be a steak and cheese than be cauliflower.
Sounds good to me. Sign me up.
I can dig it. So other than those, when you were involved with Purple City, what doors did it open for you musically, career? Did it help
Yeah.
get you seed money for the barbershop or
Oh
anything?
yeah, it was great, you know, like I would bring dudes in for shows and have them do a walkthrough at the shop, and kids would be lined up outside to go meet Hell Rel, J.R. Ryder, 40 Cal, Shiest, Bubz, Batman Scoop, DJ Drama. I even had French Montana come through at the end. And it was great, you know, because I'm from a suburb right outside Buffalo. It's not in the sticks or anything. Buffalo's right there, but it's still the suburbs. So these kids, you know, had no clue of how to make something like that happen. I was doing it on the regular. It was definitely a special time. Definitely increased, you know, the marketing I was doing. It was all marketing.
Right.
So it was a marketing tactic like nobody's ever seen before. Definitely benefited me.
Who did the customer, or the people at the barbershop respond the most to?
At the time, probably J.R. Ryder and Hell Rel. But as time evolved, the French Montana sticks in people's heads longer, probably just because he evolved into such a megastar. You know?
Yeah.
But
I
at the
was
time, everybody wanted to see Dipset.
Yeah, no, I remember like it seemed like outlandish possibility when Max B went to prison that French Montana would remain relevant. So that's a
Yeah,
testimony. That's a
yeah,
testimony to him. I mean, and he got like mad better as a motherfucking artist. Like shit.
for sure, for sure.
Speaking about getting better as an artist, um, I don't know if enough people heard Shiest's International Bud Dealer, but if you listen to that, like man, he got on some songwriting shit. Like I wish he hadn't stopped doing music. To me, I mean, I know he's like one of the most successful businessmen in the music industry and doing well in weed, but I feel like he was on the edge of something there.
I hear you, man. See, a guy like Bubs he's not a competitive person. So once he figured out how to do the music thing and prove that he can do it, I think he lost interest, you know?
He's
And
one of the people that needs challenges. I feel you.
exactly, exactly. And but yeah, a lot of people think, oh, Purple City Bird Gang. But to be honest, they have 10 albums, not even mention the mixtapes of quality music. I feel that Purple City is definitely underrated, and Shiest Bub as an artist is very underrated because I've never heard a song that didn't knock or was some type of anthem, get money music, you know. And if you check his latest, well, it's old now, but at the time it was new, 52 Diamonds with A-Rap Music. He spits just as hard as the hardest rapper out. So, you know, I wish he didn't stop rapping, but hey man, he's following his own path, you know.
Out of all the people that you made songs with and Dipset, who do you think had which was the best song?
How Rel Ready for War, the one that was on the Summer Grind.
Summer Grind, yeah.
That's pretty much the only song that carried on into mainstream world a little bit. Like if you put it on Spotify and all that, that's my only song that pops up because it was on the Summer Grind. And Summer Grind was actually supposed to come out as a packaged album, and it was
Right.
supposed to be like a real release, like a Purple City mixtape, but in stores. But it just never took off with samples and clearance and all that. So it was just like, you know, an album, but it was only a mixtape.
Yeah, that would have been dope. I know he would have pressed a vinyl. I definitely have that.
Yeah, for sure.
So at what point did you stop making music and what was your reasoning?
Well, a lot of people don't know, but in 2014, I actually caught a charge and I had to go away for a couple of years. So
I'm
that,
sorry to
you
hear
know,
that.
put a damper on life in general, let alone making music. Like I've been out for about a year and a half now, and kind of took the wind out of my sails. You know what I mean? Just the way that the music changed so drastic and things are so different now. And I personally never monetized off of music. So after all that reflected, I kind of sat there and thought, damn, man, I could probably have a good $250,000 if I never invested in this music stuff, you know?
Right.
But, you know, you can't take away those memories and everything. So
Yeah, I was
it's
about
what
to
it
say you
is.
got $250,000 worth of experience though.
Right, right.
And like
I was just Cleveland.
literally too, not like when you get like a whack ass like $30 sandwich that's like this big, you know what I'm saying? Like you
Right,
actually
right.
got like the full meals value. Cause I mean,
Yeah, I was
I
just in Cleveland last Saturday or Sunday with Benny the Butcher, Black Soprano family, and it was my first time seeing them guys in years. So it was almost like a family reunion, you know, catching up. And it was a great time. He's killing it.
yeah, they most definitely are. Speaking of people that you know came up since you knew them, did you see Smoke DZA becoming so successful?
To be honest, no. But once I seen how Johnny Shipes, whatever Johnny Shipes put his attention to, it blew up. So looking back in hindsight, it's 2020. It's no surprise that he blew up. But at the time, not gonna lie, no, I didn't see that. He
Yeah,
was in a group called Smoking Numbers, as you know,
right.
and they were just kind of like, you know, in the background of Purple City. Never really had a chance to showcase their talent.
They was
But
on the
yeah, man.
they would you know the Dipset mixtape series, volumes 1 through 5.
Who was the DJ?
Nobody. Well, I guess K Slay was on some of them. I'm talking about the original ones that
Oh, the
like
original, yeah. Diplomats.
They were on number 3. They had a song called, I don't know, but it was like one brother was telling the other to stop selling drugs or some shit.
Oh, word. I gotta
Yeah,
go back and check that out. I didn't even realize that.
yeah,
Is
that
it
was the
Smoking
first.
Numbers?
Yeah, smoking numbers, and then
Okay, cool.
then I saw him one of them Purple Cities. You saw him at the retails. I remember it came with like a bonus CD. It was like
The
the
Paris to Purple that came with the DVD.
nah. It was one of the Purple City albums, and it came with it was like it was called like the Development mixtape or something.
Yeah,
And
I know
and,
exactly what you're talking about.
and
They
it
were
was
on that. I think
yeah
Broadway Slim was on that. I
yeah.
was supposed to be on that, but
Den 10, the kid DK.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Shit,
Streets the Block.
yeah, Streets to Block. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever happened with that dude D? Because I never even heard of DK until I started looking up Dipset shit on Discogs, and I found I actually got a physical copy of his Shiest Bub hosted K Slay mixtape and a vinyl single, but like I ain't never seen him on nothing.
Right. Yeah. To be honest, that's a blast from the past. I haven't thought about that name since you just said it. Since those days, I'm kind of unfamiliar. I remember seeing the name and it piqued interest, obviously, but I never was in a circle with him or anything. But what a lot of people don't know is Broadway Slim, the dude who's on IBD and that era of Purple City.
Right.
He's actually Big L's boy, original Children of the Corn member.
Eight is enough. Yep.
8 is enough. Mike Boogie.
Yep.
And it was special because when I met him, I love that verse, like almost like the most on that whole 8 is enough. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen him and I was able to rap it for him and just give him his flowers, and it was probably just as special for him as it was for me. But it was great. It was really cool because I'm like Big L junkie. You know, when everybody was listening to Wu-Tang and all that, I was strictly Harlem, Big L, Mace, Cam, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, hell yeah, I love fucking McGruff. You know that's so funny that you brought that up. You probably don't remember this, but I used to have, I mean, you might remember that I used to have a site, Drink and Dank, a blog, but I interviewed you once before, right? Like maybe 2010 or something, and it was like an email interview, and like literally the same day I interviewed Broadway Slim, so that's some small world ass shit.
Right. Yeah,
that's how I know the 8 is enough shit, you know, from interviewing them.
Sure. I wish that one of these days, one of these Big L documentaries that they've been talking about for 15 years now will come out. It seems like 3-4 times I've seen different trailers for a documentary coming out, but nothing ever came of it.
Yeah, I think they ain't trying to get killed.
Facts.
But you know,
facts.
We don't need to talk about that. I'm sure something will come out one day.
Right.
Let's end it on this. I was just curious. Are you a big Sex Pistols fan, or you just like that look?
I just was into the whole rock star era at the time. You know, that was the way hip hop was going, and I felt that I reflected that image at the time, and just thought it would be cool to run with. So just ran with it.
Yeah, nah, bro. I mean, I think you was like super close. You know, maybe just like one extra thing had happened. I mean, it's a solid ass project. You had the look. You know, I mean,
Right.
I mean, prison fucked my life up too, bro. I know about it. That shit will definitely slow your roll down. Are you still on papers?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all good. It's cool.
Sometimes that shit's harder than the fucking bid.
Yeah, not in my case. I think that they just seen, you know, my grind and checking on my Facebook and seeing all the positivity I'm going on. They kind of fell back from me. So that's a blessing.
Shit, that's super. What's up, then? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
bro, I wish you nothing in the but success in the future. If you ever make any more music, let me know. Do you have anything you'd like to plug or anything before we wrap up?
No, man, just want to give a shout out to Super Fact Show, you know, Waldo, St. Laz, shout out my boy Shiest Bub, you know, whole Purple City, all the fans out there, you know, thank you for supporting and all that. And that's it, man. Just peace.
Peace, man. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and good luck, brother.
Thank you, brother.
No doubt. Have a good one.
You too.